What's up, guys? This is a Strider video about couple different Strider models and variations from a guy who knows a little bit about Striders. I've been collecting them for a couple months now. Bought and sold a few, and these are my keepers so far. I'm no expert by any means. You're liable to get some false information, so don't swear by anything I say. There are lots of guys out there that know a lot more about it than I do. But when I first started collecting Striders, I found it very difficult to get any information from anyone without anyone talking shit. So I'm going to give you what little bit of information I have in case you're interested in Striders, and I'm going to tell you why you should be interested in Striders. The one thing that turned me off from Striders was kind of the environment around the Strider groups. At first, when I came as a newbie and asking stupid questions, and I caught some shit, and I don't disagree with that. I mean, I see that in my group, and I don't necessarily get on to guys' ass for jacking with newbies. But it's part of it. It's a knife group. It's not a Girl Scout club. But weren't super helpful. In my group, we try to have an environment of helping guys out, new guys that come into the hobby, and we want more people in it. The more people in it, more knives we have to choose to trade from, sell, and buy, and all that. But to each his own. Anyway, to the knives, the important thing. So this is a base model SnG. Probably not a base model because it's CPM 154. I don't know what these are actually classified as, if they are called production or mid-techs or whatever. I'm going to classify them as mid-techs because of their quality. Because I'm familiar with mid-techs, and I think these are, and I classify a mid-tech as they were built by a guy who knows what the hell he's doing. And these were, okay? I don't know about the older Striders and, some of the lock rock issues and things like that I hear some people talk about. I think that's more the exception than the rule. That's what I found anyway. I bought three, and three of them are perfect. So what does that tell you? So anyway, the kind of base model is the G10 SnG with and the only reason it's not a base model, I think, because it's CPM 154, which is a super steel to me. Powdered metal, plain tumbled titanium blade, plain tumbled blade, mirror polished, tumbled titanium spring side. This knife right here is great, man. I mean, it just feels, the action is great. Everything's great about it. I love it. I love CPM 154. This is just their base model, okay? Maybe minus the blade steel, I don't know. I've seen a couple of other ones that were a little bit lesser blade steel, but they may be older models. Now this is a performance model. From what I understand, the performance models, one of the things is you don't have the screws showing on the show side. You have the fuller grooves. Mine has, and I've seen a lot of them with the rainbow anodizing. Steps up from a CPM 154 to a 20 CV. This one is the parkerized, or whatever you want to call it, coating. I don't like coatings, but if I do have to have a coating, I'm okay with this one because it kind of wears naturally. It doesn't show like chips and chunks out of it like some of the other coatings that I've had. Also, you'll notice on the performance model that it's 190 thousandths on the blade. This one is 160 thousandths. A huge fan of that. I like big fat blades. The action on this one is superior. I mean, it is superior. This one's great. This one's pretty damn unbelievable. You couldn't even think about having a lock stick with this one. I mean, you hear that lockup, it's just perfect. I mean, it's solid. It's getting plenty of real estate on the lock face. It's not going anywhere. This one has pretty early lockup too, which I'm very impressed with. Both of these, zero issues. This one's just an upgraded model. This is an SMF. This is their larger offering. Gunner grip, GG gunner grip. I believe this one's a hybrid. Flame titanium side, spring side. 20 CV. Polished stonewash blade, which is beautiful. It feels amazing. It feels like a mirror. It is just, I love it. I love polished tumbled titanium. Lockup on this one is perfect. It's a little bit more advanced on the lockup, but that's not an issue. I mean, it'll probably be like that 40 years from now, but still be in the same spot because it's grabbing plenty of real estate there. I think I saw in some of the earlier Striders they used a different style where only the tip of the lock bar was grabbing, which probably worked great because that gave it a good bite. They changed that geometry up, and I'm not going to talk too much about that because I don't know a whole lot about it, other than I believe it grabs more real estate, which means it will wear a lot slower. I know some of the old Striders can fetch a huge premium. So it's not that the older ones are any worse or better. This is just the way they do it now. You need a spanner tool to get this apart. They sell them. I just bought 2 of them. Let me grab that. So I found 2 pretty easily, and one I like better than the other one. I just want to share that with you in case you're going to buy one. So this is the one I bought. It's a PSP or PSD. Anyway, get this style and you'll find it. It's got the hinderer on this side, the strider on this side. But the benefit to this one is it slides in the hole and it gives you a lot better purchase. It lines everything up for you. Sorry, I was out of camera frame. It slides in the hole and it lines up much better than the other strider tool I have. The other strider tool I have, if it's in here, I think it's in my other bag. It's a real small like bit, and it works. It gets the job done. I just don't care for it. Yeah, it's in my bag, but it doesn't have the bar in the middle, so it won't line up, and you can easily scratch. And I think I haven't scratched any of these, but you can easily scratch the coating off of that, and then your knife looks like crap. But get this one if you find this one. I don't remember exactly where I got it, but maybe I can post the link in the description. But it's got these caps to protect it. But one side it's a strider hinderer tool. One side is strider, one side's hinderer, and you got plenty of purchase on. The other one is just a little bit like this with a hole in it. I don't know if you're supposed to stick a screwdriver in there or what, but it's a pain in the ass. It doesn't work. But anyway, if you ask me what my favorite strider of my striders are, I would have a hard time telling you, and here's why. My favorite strider would be this Performance SnG with this gunner grip and this this spring side with the tumbled polished 20 CV blade. But I don't have that, so this one has my perfect finish on it, and it is a larger knife. I like larger knives. In this case, though, I do not like it more than the SnG. The SnG feels like it was built to fit the human hand. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it fits my hand at least. You know, my big old ape hands. This one does too, don't get me wrong. I love this one. I'm not having any plans of getting rid of this knife. It's beautiful and it's perfect. But sometimes a little bit smaller knife just feels better. You have more control, opening boxes and things like that. This probably is my favorite knife. I will be hunting for one of these in a stonewash blade. If anybody has one, I want one, especially if it's for sale. I love this one. This one's, you know, it's a little bit lighter and easier to carry, but, you know, weight's not really an issue with it anyway, but a little bit narrower blade. The screws don't bother me. I like G10, so that's why I bought this one. I way overpaid for that one. I traded my Sleech buoy for this one, even trade, and I traded my Direware Hyper 90 for this one. So I'm very happy with all 3 of these transactions. I am a Strider fan, a huge Strider fan, and probably always will be. Anyway, that's the little bit of knowledge I have. By the way, if you don't know, that is actually an oxygen wrench, oxygen tank wrench. You can open and close an oxygen tank with that. So, just a little bit of trivia there for you. If I had my ruthers, they would all be the stonewash, polished stonewash blade, but that seems to be hard to come by with Strider. So, hey, y'all have a great day. If I said anything ignorant or out of place or wrong, you feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm all about learning every day. You guys have a great day. God bless.